Today, I want to talk to you about reward and punishment. See, I don't promise it's going to be easy. I just promise it's going to be worth it. See, to win big in business, you got to have long-term goals and you got to have short-term goals. Example, with my football team, our long-term goal was to win a state championship. Now, we knew that wasn't going to be done quickly, and so I had weekly goals. And those weekly goals I called reward and punishment. February 10, 1977, A.L.Williams was born with this long-term goal. You as an RVP want to build 7 first generations and help your RVPs build 7 and help those RVPs build 7. And through 3 generations, that'd give you 399 RVPs. Well, that's going to take you a while to get there. And let me give you a live example. Bob Stafford. Bob Stafford built his business over 30 years. He built 642 RVPs, 97 SVPs, 64 NSDs, 14 SNSD, had 290 people cash flow at $100,000, 12 $1 million a year, 5 $2 million a year, and Bob was cash flowing $3.6 million a year. But that took 30 years. That was a long time. 30 years is a long time to stay motivated and stay focused on a long-term goal without having short-term goals you can see happen quickly. Let me give you one more example. If you and your wife are 30 years old and you put your money into an IRA, both of you put your money in an IRA, this is back then, you do more now, but let's say you put $10,000, $5,000 on the husband and $5,000 on the wife, and let's say you get a 15% return. Now, mutual funds over any 10-year period of time average 10%. Then you get to write your investment off of your income tax, and then your money accumulates tax deferred. And so I'm just estimating that would be another 5%. Now, it'd probably be more than that. But that'd be a total return of 15%. And if you contributed to your IRA for 40 years, that would grow to $18 million. But again, that's a 40-year goal. And to stay focused for 40 years and make those investments for 40 years and not go spend that money, that's quite a challenge to stay motivated and focused to do that. So I believe in building a big business, it requires you to have short-range goals that you can see yourself doing weekly and monthly. That's what I did. And I called it reward and punishment.
Y'all know why? See, I'm a swimmer. And since I had my partial knee replacement, I swim every day. I probably hadn't missed 5 days of swimming in the last 3 years. At 5 o'clock in the morning, I'll be swimming. And I'll swim an hour and 5 minutes tomorrow morning, or an hour and a half and 5 minutes. Now, you know why I spend another 5 minutes? Hour and 5 minutes instead of an hour? Because I never stop at the finish line. I always do a little bit more. See, A.L.Williams taught me that. That's so programmed in my life right now. At 76 years old, tomorrow at 5 o'clock, I'll be in the water and I'll swim an hour. But when I see that clock up there, I don't count laps, I count time. I say, I'm going an hour. I don't stop. An hour. And then when I get to an hour, I got to go. Another 3 minutes, another 5 minutes, because I know Prudential's stopping at the finish line. Right? Ain't that right? See, you got to learn as a leader to be an example, and you got to learn to reward and punish yourself. See, sometimes in the morning at 5 o'clock, I don't want to get up and go swim an hour. I say I'd like to stay in that bed and snuggle with Angie. She looks still pretty good at 76 years old, right? But you know what? You know what? I got to hit that pool. I got to hit that pool. And so I learned this in coaching. In Thursday, right before we played on Friday, we'd go out in shorts, we'd loosen up, we'd go over our game plan, and we'd have a meeting, and I'd go over our goals. And I'd say, okay, guys, tomorrow, if we have a great offensive effort and we win by 21 points, let's say we hold them, score, beat them by 21-0, we're going to go out in shorts on Monday. We're going to reward. It's nothing like winning and then going out in shorts on Monday. and your little girlfriend sitting on the hill up there watching you prance around. That's the ultimate, right? Now, I said also, if you go out there tomorrow and you win and you have a great defensive effort and you hold them scoreless, we're going to grind shorts on Monday, you know? But you know what? You know what? Go out there tomorrow night and give a half-butted effort, right? And you don't win by 21 points, or you don't win and hold them scoreless, then we're going out in pads on Monday. And it's going to be ugly, right? Because we got to get better. Ain't that right? You got to meet your goals, right? It's got to reward. And you know what? If you get beat tomorrow night, I'll see you Saturday morning. See, I did that in A.L.Williams. When I went in A.L.Williams, I had this as a personal goal before I met Bob Buson and Rusty and them. I tried to make a sale today. Monday through Friday, I wanted to make a sale every day. And if I made 5 sales, then I'd take the weekend off and reward myself and spend time with Angela and the kids. But if I didn't make my 5 sales, I'd work on Saturday. If I didn't do it by Saturday, I'd work on Sunday afternoon. You know? You got to reward and punish yourself in this business if you want to win.
Now remember out there, folks, you don't get something for nothing in this world. You got to have long-range goals. You know, winners have big dreams, but that's going to take you a while. But in order to get to that long-range goal, you got to have short-range goals that you can see yourself doing in a week or in a month. And that's called reward and punishment.